Hey, everybody. What's happening? Coming to you from the sleeper berth today. Good evening. So I didn't get to do coffee this morning, so I'm late. And it's because I had to drive the rest of my trip to get here to Wisconsin. So this is bad. Okay. I think that's okay. So what's going on? Hope everybody's having a great day. Place on the Freeway is first. Jerome Jones, channel member, is second. Gary Bates saying boom. Sorry, let me share. Gary Bates, WCF Invader. Hey, girl. EPU AC for the win. Yeah, it's fixed. My Adventures is in the house saying good evening from Fort Myers, Florida. Into Florida. I am up here. I am up here in Wisconsin at one of my favorite spots. And I think I'm going to cancel the cheese haul. Okay. If you were in my members only the other day, yesterday, whatever day that was, I was going to do another cheese haul while I was here because this is a spot where I restock my cheese. And I hope we got a good signal. It's looking weak. But I don't think I'm going to get the cheese. I still got enough cheese to last me at least a little while. And so I really like I don't know, I might change my mind. But as a cheese haul, I don't think I'm going to do it. I'll probably get some because the cheese curds are fresh. And I may get a pack of cheese curds, but it's not going to be like a haul where I get a whole bunch. Greg Zimmer is in the house saying good evening. RGB, a channel member, is in the house saying, hey, with googly eyes. I'll make you uncomfortable is in the house saying, yo. WCF Invader. From what I hear, Sterling had a smashing live this morning. Did I miss it? So I was there last night when he did Church of Wheel. I didn't get no notification for Sterling for this morning. I don't believe. Robin is saying cheese, whoop-hoo. Can never have enough cheese. I know. Well, so when you're in Wisconsin, right? You know, it's not easy being cheesy. I don't know. It could be just a mental perception that I have that the cheese is fresher here and it tastes better and all of that. But that's how I feel. And so I'm always excited. And they have flavors, like crazy, crazy flavors, you know. And it's always an exciting adventure to see what they got on the shelf. Saw some different crazy flavors this time. This is also where you get those sex olives. I don't know why they call it that, but they're giant olives in the jars, and then they have different flavors of those. Super fun. Greg Zimmer says, I'm on I-94 north of Wisconsin Dells. Okay, I am in... Where am I? Where am I, Snorlord? Snorlord always knows where I am. Let's see. I'm in Richfield, Wisconsin. And I'm hanging out because I'm about 15 miles from my receiver. And that is going to happen tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to run down to, good grief, running down a little bit farther, and I'm picking up a load, and I'm heading out to Colorado. Robin says, cheese is the best of Canada. They probably ship some of that over here, huh? I would think. He says, pick up some cheese, Greg. Yeah, Greg, do you get cheese when you're in Wisconsin? Do you take advantage? You know, it seems like the best. Scorpion Truckers in the house saying, hey, Shannon, everyone from Southern Cal. Car shopping with my baby girl. Ooh, is this her first car? I don't know how old your children are. Snorlord has confirmed that I am in my truck. And Red Chicken is in the house and saying he likes cheese. She? Is it a he or she? Cheap Freight Hauler channel member is in the house saying extra sharp cheddar for me. Oh man, they got 5-year aged sharp cheddar, 10-year aged sharp cheddar, 20-year aged cheddar. And that's the kind that crumbles, right? So if you're not up on your cheese game, the aged cheese it crumbles, so it's not as easy to slice. It's not all creamy smooth. It will crumble when you try to cut it. Red Chicken says especially on hamburgers. Yeah, I mean, cheese is great on just about anything, especially on your Brussels sprouts, right? WCF Invader says, Shannon, I'm not sure if you saw my video from earlier today, but my EPU AC issue was just a broken relay. We all good now. I did catch you talking about that in the chat, in Sterling's chat. So I was catching that. We have a new unit, a whole new unit. So for those of you that weren't in my members chat, you should become a member. I'm just saying. But so and I may have said this on when I was at home, I don't know, but they determined that it was some problem, still a mystery really, in the closed unit system, which that's how it comes. And so there's no recharging it or whatever. So they're assuming that it came with not enough Freon, was installed from the factory, and it's just wrong. So they chose to replace the whole unit. The great thing about that whole experience was it took them 3 days to figure it out. 1 day to get it in the shop, 2 more days to figure it out, and then they ordered the part, and then probably an extra day to get the part in. But the part came in very quickly. So that was a great thing. David Edwards is in the house saying hello, darling. That's a nice Conway Twitty song. Is that right? Yeah, that was a Conway Twitty song. Robin says, do they have squeaky cheese in Wisconsin? I probably, because they got every dang flavor of cheese you could not imagine. And so far everything I've tried beer cheese, I've tried Bloody Mary cheese, it's great. Cheap Freight Hauler channel member says, I like olive oil on Brussels sprouts. It helps them slide off the plate into the trash. Yeah, I actually put olive oil on my Brussels sprouts, which is good because you put a little seasoning on top of that. It's great. WCF Invader says, excited for you with your new unit. I'm a big fan of these EPU other than the dealerships not knowing how to fix them, right? Isn't that crazy? Because it's not like they're new to the international line of trucks. Because isn't your truck a 2019? S125 is in the house. What is up there? And hello. He says, hello, Shannon. And Robin says, I got to go yard work. Hit that like button, people. Yeah, please hit the like button on the way in or on the way out if you got to go. Yeah, so I did test it out. I tested it out the other night. I was in New York. It was chilly, and I'm in some very great temperatures up here because I'm back up in the Midwest. So I'm absolutely thrilled about that. And so is Dee Dee. We've taken a lot more walks, and it's way comfortable to get out and do the walk at night. So we've been walking a little bit longer. There she is. Speak of the co-host. You want to see her? Say hi, leaders. Hello. I am wearing Nomadic Brit's shirt that he gifted me today. I figure I'll probably wear this one out and my Snorlord shirt is in the closet. So it is located. It is in the closet. And I also did find my other Snorlord cup, the 2.0. And guess what, Snorlord? I ordered my hat. I meant to say that the other day. Hold on, she's being funny. What you playing with? Dude, she is the best dog ever. And I've been seeing some other healers / Australian Shepherds on these dog commercials. They're not even half as pretty as her. Like, I'm seriously thinking she could be the poster dog. She could be like the supermodel of like dog food commercial dogs. Yeah, I think so. And so I'm going to send some pictures in because she's way prettier than any of them dogs that are on there. WCF Invader says mine's a 2015 Freight Shaker with a Cummins, which I assume through an extra wrench in the works, as it had to be isolated since it's not a Detroit. Cummins isn't compatible with system they usually use. Yeah, that's different for a Freightliner. It is, because yeah. Snorlord, the Metalhead Viking Caveman Trucker, is in the house and says it's about time. Snorlord, I have a bone to pick with you. So you go live and it's a Ask Me Anything and you're playing your guitar. And I was on the telephone last night and then I think I fell asleep. And so I missed the live, which I know you're going to tell me because you're lame. And so I did. And so I went back to watch the replay and it says members. It's for members only now. And it's for like only a certain level of members. So I apparently fall below the bar. I don't have that level of membership to be able to watch the live. So I felt kind of cheated a little bit. So I don't get to watch it. Cheap Freight Hauler says, anybody heard from Nomadic Brit? Haven't seen him in chat in a while. He was in with us the other day on one of those lives that I did a lot of lives last week, guys, because I was at home going crazy. So he had popped into one of those. He's doing great. He's working his little tail off as usual. He's had some things go on and some stuff happen, and I don't want to say it because, you know, he can say it if he wants to, but he's dealing with some issues, but he's battling through it. You know, he's a tenacious young man and he is a fighter. So he's alive and well, and just working through some stuff going on that has to be dealt with. And so, but he is still working. He's still out there on the road. WCF Invader says he's taking a break from YouTube due to some drama that he unfortunately got sucked into, but he's doing well. I reached out to him a couple weeks ago. He's a good dude. Okay, well, I've talked to him since then, so he's still okay. He's still okay. And he's probably in here right now, hanging out behind the curtain over here, because sometimes he just likes to come in and watch and not comment. Glenn Leroy is in the house saying, howdy, y'all. Hit that like, Glenn. Hit the like on the way in. So I decided to sit back here because I was driving today. I got here. I got some fuel. I got parked. And the sun is out and it's getting right to the point where it's going to shine straight in the window. And I was kind of sick of sitting in the seat. So I was like, all right, I just feel like just kicking back and getting comfy. You know, like when you have a great dinner and then you're just feeling like kind of full. That's how I feel. So I decided that we would just cozy up this evening, since it's an evening thing, right? So it's not coffee, not up front, raring to go. I'm chilling. So we're coming to you from the sleeper berth this evening. And I appreciate you guys coming in. I don't know if Cassius King is going to go live. Sometimes he does on Sunday afternoons or evenings. If that happens, please somebody let me know and we can all like jump over there. Other than that, we're, just wanting to chill with you guys for a little bit. And I wanted to you know, climb up Snorlord's tree about locking me out of the members video. So I was like, that sucks. Like, I never miss a show. I never miss Snorler's show, but sometimes if I'm busy or tied up and I can't, like, that was a surprise. I didn't know he was going live like that. And so I got caught up in a situation and I had to miss it. So that's a bummer. And so you can see Dee Dee she's teetering on this. Would you like to talk? Would you like to talk? So I just got done telling you guys a couple shows ago that I think she's over barking and making noise while I'm on the live. Well, we're in a different location now, and here we go. Old School Trucking is in the house saying good afternoon to everybody. Yeah, Glenn, did I get my EPU fixed? Yes, they replaced the entire unit. So while I was home this last time, I stayed home a few extra days. There's an international dealership 2 miles from my house. Thank God. That's awesome. And so I just decided to like bite the bullet and get her done. Or at least have it checked out, right? And it's under warranty, so I got nothing out of pocket. I just had to hang out at the house for a couple days, which, you know, I guess if you're going to get your truck worked on, it's better to be at home, right? I saved a lot of money by doing that. So I got started out on the road a few days late, but I got a few extra days at home and all of that. So it was good because I was wanting to go home. Dee Dee is always teetering. I know, right? She is. She's a lot of fun. Like look at all this energy, right? She's a good girl. Did you get your idle fixed? Okay. We did discuss raising the idle because Jeff had originally suggested that the shop in Colorado that I had went to, where we did adjust the idle, they only have the parameters in the computer to adjust it to 600 RPMs or 800 RPMs. So it was set at 600, and that was causing the issue because it was too low. So it was clogging up the DEF system and making lights go off and all this other stuff when I had to idle for like 3 days. So they were able to bump it up to 800. Now, when I went to this shop at home, I had that discussion with him, and he says that 1200 is way too high. It would kill me in fuel. And he said, if the 800 is working and it's fine, he said, I wouldn't bump it up any more than that if I were you. So that's the verdict on that. So it's been fine at 800. It's, you know, it's not 600, it's 800, but I have had no issues even with the long idle times because of the heat before I got the air conditioning fixed. So I think we're in a really good spot. Jamie O is in the house saying good evening. Welcome, Jamie. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. I don't know if there's going to be more people in because we're having an evening show or not. That's going to be interesting. Shannon's dog seems to be feisty. She gets feisty because I'm talking to the screen, and I think it's an attention thing, right? Like, she knows I'm doing something else, and so she likes to sometimes try to talk while we're on live or bark. And she's getting older, so it's been less and less, if you guys haven't noticed. So it's just touch and go right now, so we gotta see how it is. But yeah, it's an attention thing. Like, she wants my attention, so I can sit here and just pet her, and I think we can quell the savage beast if I pretend like if I have contact with her. She'll be cool. Cheap Freight Hauler says, so it idles all the time at 800. Yes. And so far that's seems ideal for this truck. But see, the computer at the international dealership where we were going to have it turned up higher, they don't have the parameters in there to even do that. And so when I discussed the Cummins recommendations, the recommendations are not over 1600. But the shop alone can't turn it up with their computer program past 800. So it must be a design thing. And the truck is fine with the 800. The DEF system is fine with it at 800. And honestly, if that's working, like, we're just going to keep it there because the truck's not upset and the DEF system's not upset. And I'm saving fuel, right? But now that the air conditioning unit is fixed, I'm not idling at all, and I haven't really been in the heat yet either. So I've had the truck off, which has been absolutely fantastic. But you know, I anticipate that once we get back in a warmer area, and I might want to give it the real test then. Regardless, I don't have to idle my truck no more. So it was getting ridiculous. Vanessa Smithy is in the house. Hey, Vanessa. She's saying good afternoon. Yeah, it's an evening show, and I didn't want to just completely skip it because, you know, it's my Sunday thing, and I'm sorry that you had to have coffee without me this morning, but I had to finish out this trip, and we left early. We were on the Ohio Turnpike this morning, and I wanted to get the rest of the way up here to Wisconsin. So that's why I had to skip out on coffee, guys. So I've had dinner, and it's chilling time after dinner. So that's what it is. But I appreciate all of you guys making time to come in. I hope that you are ready to start a freaking awesome week. I've had really, really excellent parking ability since I come out the house. I went from Michigan to New York to Niagara Falls to Wisconsin. And it's weird because I've been stopping later at night, and there are spots available. There's a lot of spots available at every place I stopped, which is unusual for me. So I'm like, that's crazy, but I'll take it, you know? So I haven't had that stress at all. Like at the turnpike, right? On the turnpike, when you stop at one of those service centers, they are like chock full. And I had been running the South a lot, so maybe it's still the same in the South, but I'm up here now, and up here it's been easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's been exciting. And what else is going on? Oh, when I got back in the truck, the mechanic had trashed it. I failed to realize that he had to get under my bunk. So I was a bad girl and was not courteous to move the things that get stored at the end of my bunk so that he could easily get in there. Shame on me for that. So he just freaking threw everything on the floor. So when I got in here, I was like, what the heck happened? It looked like a tornado hit it. But I'm not going to say nothing because he did a great job. And this guy really knows his stuff. So although when it came to the unit and that, he still had to work with Navistar to diagnose it because, like WCF Invader says, guess everybody's still learning, and it's a brand new truck. I can't imagine it's a brand new unit to them, but maybe it is. I don't know. It seems like every shop I've taken it into, they're like, they don't know about this truck because it's new. Woo. It doesn't seem that much different than any other international, except for maybe some of the bells and whistles that it has enabled that the older ones may not, or whatever. But I mean, I think pretty much all the trucks are, they build them, the core is the same, and then they add a few things. But as from what I understand, like this unit, WCF Invader has one, and he's got a 2015 truck, and so it's peculiar. But regardless, that's why I just wanted to get it done and taken care of. We just bought the truck. I just hit 60,000 miles on the truck. We just gotta, I want the money's worth out of it. I want it to be whole. I want it to be everything working like it's supposed to. I want to be on time with any attention that it needs. And keep up the maintenance 100%. It's covered. That's what I pay for. Want to make sure it's all set. RGB channel member says, I love Wisconsin. Yeah, I love being up here. I love being in the Midwest, period. Like, I'm just feeling great just because I'm like, back in my spot, Mark the mailman is in the house. Hey, Mark, what's up? How are you? Thanks for coming in. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, Mark. So much so that I see that you don't have a wrench. Or maybe they just don't show up here. Cheap Freight Hauler says they have steps to follow on the warranty stuff and have to get approval for each step so they can get paid. That's exactly what was going on. I was like calling every day, right? Being annoying. Nicely annoying. But because I'm trying to figure out when I can book a load and go again, right? And what I'm looking at here. And so every time they were telling me, well, we're still working with them. It's a business case. And we asked them again yesterday to respond. And so apparently Navistar took a little bit of time getting someone to make contact so that they could go through all the steps. But yeah, there was a lot of steps. This Trucking Life is in the house saying, I'm in a brand new LT, has 51,000 on it. Congratulations. Did you buy it? What's the scoop? Yeah, that's awesome. Did you do a video? Did I miss something on your channel? That is possible. Let me know. This Trucking Life does have a channel over there, and if he's done a video on it, go check it out. Go check out his channel anyways. He's a lot of fun. Cheap Freight Hauler says, when did you get that truck, Shannon? I came to Like Trucking and got it in April. If you want to see the actual video of when I seen it and got to it and looked at and got into it, that video resides on Jeffrey Likes channel, which is Trucking Education Network. You can see my initial, when I pulled up into Jeff's place and there she was and made my first contact and showed it off. Oh, and that's when we made the announcement to everyone that I was at Like Trucking. So very cool video. I was absolutely stunned in that video because, this truck is quite stunning. So, and it was our first announcement of the move. That was in April. I think somewhere around April 7th or 5th or something like that. But that's when I started at Like Trucking, and that video is on Jeff's channel. So you guys can find it if you go over there and look. Kitty Craze with Dar channel member is in the house saying cello. Dar, how was your visit with your parents? This Trucking Life says, Shannon, do you have controls on the back wall? Yeah. Here, let me show you. Dee Dee's kind of in front of it. But yeah, they're right here. There's a panel here. And it's got like a LED bar thing. See that? Yeah. That's where the controls are at. In my Freightliner, they were like right here up front because Freightliner's built different. So it has like a wall here where your closet and stuff is at. So this is in the back. Oh yeah, you're at Walmart. I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm assuming that's going great. Last video I saw, you were very happy you had just started. and stuff. What? What? Okay. Glenn says polite persistence is the way to roll. Yeah, I do, because time is money. Like, regardless, I don't have to be rude to get my point across. I don't have to be rude to communicate and handle business. And I do, like, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm calling, but I have to stay on top of it because I gotta go like the minute I can, right? And they did get me. I mean, I had to wait because they had a truck in the shop when I got there. So waiting the first night was expected, but they were very awesome to get me in like the very next day, and get to work on it. And they didn't waste any time. The most of the time that was wasted was because they were waiting on Navistar to get back with them. And because we have such an elaborate warranty, like, everything has to be done according to steps. This Trucking Life says, I'm a company driver for Walmart private fleet now. Couldn't be happier. Fantastic. So yeah, and I know, like, they treat their drivers like gold. So like, I did, when I was at DART, I went up to Pennsylvania to do what do they call it? Where they just like use a group of our trucks for a little while. I forget, there's a name for it. But anyways, so it's like a short assignment for holiday help. So I was up there for about 2 weeks, and they treated me very well because I was, acting as a Walmart driver for the piece of time that they needed us. And so they had the best break room, the nice bathrooms, everything was decorated. They had all kinds of little holiday stuff out for Christmas, and lots of positive things on the walls, and candies and snacks set out if you wanted to take anything. Like, it was pretty neat. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I remember seeing the video, just can't remember how much longer I've had my new truck. Okay, trying to compare the mileage and see how much I've been slacking. Yeah, so I am at I think it was 60,131 is where I'm at the moment. And so that's April, May, June, July, August, September. That's 6 months. And we're not through September yet, but I've already got 60,000. Now, there was 2,000 miles-ish on it when I got it. So I've done about 58,000 miles in that 6 months, which isn't too shabby. Even with going home a few times, even with counting, like, I usually take a 34 every weekend, right? So that's not too shabby. I've been running. Dar says it was good. Lots of food, good food and laughs. Oh, that's wonderful. Mr. Red Lady has entered the building. Did I miss a live this morning, Sterling? People are saying something, and I didn't get no notification, so I'm confused. I was with you last night. I don't know about one this morning. Let me know if I somehow missed something. I was up this morning. This Trucking Life says, controls, what does the accent do? I can't seem to get it to do anything. Accent. Oh, this is your dimmer switch for the lights up there on your top bunk. Do you have a top bunk? This light here is a dimmer switch for those up there. Not in this bunk, but the top bunk, the roof. So if you're down here adjusting it and you're not looking up there, then you're like, it doesn't do anything. Well, that's what it does. It turns them up or down. I hope that helps. If you don't have a top bunk, I'm clueless. But yeah, it's for up there. You can turn them on low like, mood lighting or evening lighting, or you can turn them up high, whatever. It's pretty cool. And it should say on yours, unless it's rubbed off, it says bright is up and dim is down. It says that right here on the side. So, but yeah, that's what it does. Everybody's saying hi to Sterling. Cece, who's Cece? Hi, Cece. The original people will be fine without you truckers. Your black and white people wouldn't be fine without you since they're colonizers too. South Americans, Mexico, and First Nations no more. Where did that come from, Cece? Welcome in anyways. I don't know where that came from. This Trucking Life says, hello, Sterling. Mr. Red Lady says, my work day is over. Never working again, ever. Members only. Did I watch it? I'm having like a time warp thing going on in here, so I don't know. I feel, did I watch it or did I miss it? And I'm just like not putting it together. Was it early this morning? No, I'll have to go back and check my my records here. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I'm at 81,723. Had 733 miles on it when I got it. Pulled my first load January 3rd. Okay, so you are a few months ahead of me. If you're really trying to get technical and divide that into per month, then I guess you can see if you've been slacking or not, or if I have. But I haven't. I mean, I took a couple days off here and there, but I've been running like crazy. This Trucking Life says, oh yeah, when I'm in the bunk, I can't see it working. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a pretty neat thing. Which I'm kind of like, okay. Not sure why I need that exactly, but it's a fun feature. This truck has lots of fun features. Cheap Freight Hauler says, you haven't been sitting still. Well, when I'm at home an extra even hours and I don't have a Sunday load, I'm going, I'm like, so that's my sitting still. They're very short periods. This time home with the truck was like the longest. And God, thank God you guys let me do some extra lives and came in to join me, because it literally was helping me hang on. And I did see the babies extra, I did all that, but I still found myself with like extra time. We got Dee Dee a new squeaky toy. See, and it's supposed to be bacon scented, and she's not really digging it a whole lot. She's like trying to be fun and play with me with it, but then she puts it down. So I don't know what her deal is. I thought she'd be so excited because it smelled like bacon. Mr. Red Lady says, accent light on a Freightliner lights the halo in the ceiling. Oh, yeah. So same difference, right? I don't have a halo. I have separate lights, like, stuff like this. There are two lights like this on the top, and you can pop them on and pop them off too. But, oh, I wonder if it does this. No, the switch doesn't do the bottom ones, but they're just like this. They're just spaced out big up on the top, and that's what it operates. So now she likes it. Six Temper Tyrannus is finally here. He says, I'm kind of late. That's all right. Thanks for coming in. I'm late. Let's get this straight. I'm really late today. I should have been here at coffee time, but I had to drive today. Mr. Red Lady says, my live this morning was an instant members only top secret video over here. I'm trying to, because I was with you last night, and then I went to sleep. And if it was early in the morning, I was sleeping. Like I slept until like 6:15 this morning. So I must have missed it. So I'll go back and watch it. But I swear I went back. I found a video that I did miss, and you were in the dark or in the red light or something like that. And I'm wondering right now if that's the one they're talking about. If that's the case, I did see it. So I think I did see it. But I was watching the replay because I definitely missed it live, if that's the one we're talking about. Six Semper Tyrannis says, someone give me a quick rundown. How's the EPU? It's replaced. They replaced the whole unit. So we're good to go. And DIY Semi is in the house saying, what's up? Thanks, DIY, for coming in. Hit the like on the way in, you guys that are coming in late. Yeah, they completely swapped it out for a brand new unit, and it literally only took them a day to get the part, which that's the part that really amazed me. It was very fast. The Trucking Life is light show right now. Yeah. DIY says, can I get a wrench, preferably a 9/16? Absolutely. You can even, hey, am I close to you yet? Where did I say I was at? DIY, I'm in Wisconsin. I was thinking about you on the way here. I'm like, I wonder if I'm close to him this time. You guys, I'm going to visit DIY. It's a matter of when I can get close to him, because it seems like every time I come up here, I'm too far. I'm far from him. I am in Richfield today, DIY. I don't know if I'm close to you or not. I know I have wrenches to come up on, and I can't do it right now because this is what the phone is doing. So I'm sorry I can't wrench anybody right now, but I'll get back to you. And I had no idea you didn't have a wrench. Shame on me for that. Southbound Pachyderm is in the house. How long can you run the AC on your EPU before the batteries get low and have to start the truck? Okay, so I also learned that. I'm sorry I failed to mention that. So this truck does have the auto start feature. There is a button there, and I have pressed it before and it didn't do anything. So he taught me how to, there's a method to it. So when you turn off the key, boop, and you're going to chill for the night, you turn off the key and then you hit that button, and that's the only time that it will turn it on. If you wait too long, it won't do anything and illuminate. So you have to turn the key off, hit the button. Now you've enabled the auto start feature. So he told me about 8 or 9 hours it should run, and maybe 10. It will run, and then when it senses it's getting low, the truck will start itself because I have that feature turned on. If I do not turn on that feature, then an alarm goes off back here, which that's how I've been operating it or whatever. And then I get up there and I turn the key and start the truck. But I don't have to do that anymore because he taught me how to do that. There's a sequence to it, right? So I'm gonna go down there and chew it. Go ahead. Go get it. Okay. DIY says, Mr. Red Lady says, DIY, all I have is 10 millimeter. This Trucking Life says, DIY, you'll need a 10 millimeter socket to trade. He says, set your notifications bell to all. Yeah, do all that good stuff. I have it set on virtual. Okay. That's why I'm kind of confused right now. Cheap Bright Hollow says, DIY, I got a 2748, so if that'll help. Sterling says, DIY will only visit if you pronounce Wisconsin 5 times in a mirror. Oh, is that how he appears? He says, big news coming tomorrow or Tuesday. I need everyone's prayer for strength and courage. Thanks in advance. Oh, well, you came to the right place, DIY, because, I can speak for myself. I'm a prayer. I'm a prayer. And I'm a prayer warrior type of girl. So if you need prayers, man, anybody can ask me. I will actually pray for you. I'm excited about big news. I'll throw up the link if you want to come and tell it here first, because I'm already in suspense. Or are you saving it for the channel? I'm sure you're saving it for your channel. But there's only 22 of us in here, so, you're in Madison at the airport. Where are you going? I'm so excited right now. Okay, well, big news coming tomorrow or Tuesday. Strength and courage. Huh. I can't. Well, so when do I get to find out? Will you call me first? Call me first. Tell me first. No, I'm excited. I am getting the vibe that that's good news. And you're flying somewhere. I could not possibly guess what you're up to, but that's why I have the suspense. But I'm hoping that you are. I mean, I could guess that you're going to get another truck because you're collecting trucks lately, and or you're going to an important business meeting with a potential new client. That's what I want to believe. Courage. Knowing you would ask for courage and a strength in a situation, unless you're going to like beat somebody up. Are you going to fight? Are you fighting for extra money, DIY? Is that one of your extra streams of income? Gary Bates says, here for you, DIY. Wheelburner Express is finally here. Channel member. Good evening, all. I have a very sporadic service. I'm running southbound on 476 through PA, just north of Philly, but I'm listening. All right, Wheelburner, welcome and thank you. Hit the like button, when you're stopped. I wouldn't ask anybody to try to do it while they're driving. Mr. Red Lady says, safe trucking, Wheelburner. Come on, DIY, spill the beans, this trucking life says. You drop a bomb on us like that, of course, now inquiring minds want to know, DIY. So I think I should drop the link. I think you should come in here before you get on that plane, because you're probably waiting for the plane to get there anyways, or waiting to be boarded. I mean, you might as well. Can't stay. Stuff got real. Can't say. Stuff got real. Huh. I will $20 super chat you, cash app you, if you promise to call me and tell me first. How about that? I like making deals, DIY. I have to. Siri. Oh. Okay. Let me put the serious face on. Okay. I'll calm down. I get excited about every goddamn thing. I'm not excited now. Okay. I'm not excited. Everyone, if you are praying people, I'm going to ask you a special request to pray for DIY and his family right now. Whatever's going on, he's getting on a plane and he's got big news coming tomorrow. As he said right here, I'll show it again. Big news coming tomorrow or Tuesday. I need everyone's prayers for strength and courage. Thanks in advance. You got it, brother. Much love, much blessings. I'm going to ask for favor in the situation. I'm going to ask for strength and courage for you and your family. And I'm going to pray for healing over you. If it's a medical situation, I don't know, but I'm going to pray for it anyways, because even if it's not a medical situation, I want you to be healthy. He says he's not going to say. He says stuff got real. It is a serious situation. So, we kid a lot. Of course, I immediately thought it was something like that. I immediately assumed this is what you get when you assume stuff, right? I hear Snorlord's voice in my head. He always tells me stuff like that. He straightens me out, Cheap Freight Hauler says, praying for you DIY. Wheelburner says, somebody told Fate Truckin' that the reefer business was for sissies and now DIY has to go bail Fate out of jail. Oh God, I hope it's nothing like that either. Mark Ely says, what's up, everyone? Thanks, Mark. Come on in. Hit the like. Send super chats. Send cash apps. Send some cash apps to DIY. I don't know what he's going through, but This Trucking Life says, we got your back, DIY. David Edwards says, praying for you, DIY. RGB channel member says, DIY semi. I don't know what those look like, little purple ribbons on my screen. I'm not sure what those are. I'm sure that means sending love. DIY says, now you are forced to watch the next few videos. I watch you anyways. I pay good money to see your videos, so I'm not wasting that privilege. Hang on, I think there's a lot lizard at the door. Hi. Stop. Yeah, she loves people. They can smell them. Okay, it's not a lizard. It's just some lady picking some stuff up. I don't know what kind of stuff. So Dee Dee gets excited. Dee Dee loves people. Yeah. I believe I've been a member of your channel. Loyal supporter, by the way, for I think we're almost up to 2 years right now. Hey! She's going bananas over there. Sterling says, P and T's for DIY. Snorlord says, DIY is protecting everyone by not saying what he's doing. It's so serious that my life is in danger by just even saying this. My name is Nobody says, praying for you, DIY. This Trucking Life, that's a lizard. That's a lot lizard, by the way. If nobody knows what a lot lizard is, there's an actual thing right there. Mr. Red Lady says, for the right price, everyone is a lizard. Who's in here? Rick Netto. I hope I'm saying that right, Rick. Thank you for coming in. Robin and his merry band of hood rats. It's what's on today's menu. Okay. This Trucking Life says, LOL, that's right. Six Semper Tyranna says, be stunning and brave, DIY. He always is. I've never seen him not be. He talks like he gets nervous, but I don't think it's real. I think he just does it for the views. He's a brave dude. David Edwards says, 2 bits is all it takes for me. Cheap Freight Hauler says, just killed my happy mood. Fate Truckin' apparently is out of jail and says, boom. So no, I don't think Fate did go to jail, and DIY is not going to bail him out of jail. What's up, Fate? Thank you for coming in. This Trucking Life, oh wait. DIY says, it's neither good nor bad, just real grown-up stuff. It affects everyone in this industry. boarding my well, thank you for going to bat for us, DIY. You have our prayers. Take them with you. There's no such thing as luck. We're praying for you, and we can't wait to hear the update. Okay? Be safe, and don't breathe all the air that those other people that got germs on a plane are probably breathing. I don't think you have to wear a mask in the airport anymore, do you? I don't know. It's been a while. This Trucking Life says that didn't show up on my chat feed. Chief Freya Holler confirms, well, Fate's not in jail. DIY is going to DC. Yeah? Maybe? Because Six says he's a Fed. DIY says Fate is in charge while I'm gone. Oh, man. He needs one of them shirts that Wheelburner has that says this is what happens when I'm left unsupervised. Just kidding, Fate. We all know you don't need a supervisor. But okay. So how long are you going to be gone? Do you have time to tell us? I missed you already. But the great thing is you got your camera phone and you can hit us up from the hotel, I hope. Wheelburner says, damn, I was hoping Fate was in jail. Fate says, LOL, jail. Nope, not me. Amaris is in the house saying, come on, DIY. Did you come down to Washington to protest for the transparency again? LOL. David Edwards says, F8 or F8 stash. This Trucking Life says, not me. Chief Ray Heller says, Fate, I heard that someone told you Reaper was for sissies and now DIY has to bail you out of jail. That is what was said, Fate. I think it may have been before you got here. Old School Trucking says, we don't need no snitches in here. Six Humper Tyranna says, DIY has secret security clearances. Oh, well, he's definitely got secrets right now, doesn't he? He's keeping it a secret. It's top secret, matter of fact. It's so top secret that, you know, he needs courage and strength. Probably so that he doesn't tell anybody. Because he wants to tell us, but he can't tell us. So maybe that's what it's about. Regardless, whatever it is, I went from like the best thing to like getting scared about the worst thing. It's serious and it's real. That's all we know. We'll just take what we got and we will humbly and patiently await the update, which I'm going to say it's going to be on his channel because he mentioned we need to watch his channel to find out what's next. Ooh, we have drama. How exciting. Regardless, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to pray for everything. See, I'm going to pray from every angle and you're covered, DIY. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. You're going to rock it out. I completely believe that 100%. So you heard it here first, folks. I'm just saying. I just want him to call me first and tell me what's going on, which I'm not going to get that privilege, I'm sure. He's going to take it to the tubes, to the family. Mr. Red Lady says, no drama allowed on Shannon's channel. Come on. We like fun drama. You know? I get excited. I just, because DIY is always doing great stuff. And so, of course, I assume. But I don't know. He's got us all guessing, right? He's got to be all secret and stuff. Clickbait. There you go. That's the teaser, right? You go in someone else's channel and you drop the teaser and guaranteed, now he's got guaranteed views already on the table, like for the next video before it even happens. Genius. The man is a genius. Sterling says, I think he bought a new KW. He says it affects everyone in the industry, right? Could a new truck purchase be fit that description? You think? I mean, it could. We could speculate about this all day. Like, we could spend the whole show on this, like the rest of the evening. But we won't. So, prayers for whatever it is, good or bad. Sounds like he's going to fight for us all. So, we got to back him up. It's real enough to make him play. He's paying for a plane ticket, you guys. Okay? And you know he's a penny pincher. So, this is serious. Sounds like it was short notice too. He's gonna play. He's getting on a plane right this minute. Snorlord, the metalhead Viking caveman trucker, is drinking 3 glasses of water, reminding everyone to hydrate. This Trucking Life says, my guess is that's what he's doing. DIY bought a Tesla. So he's on a plane. Okay, let's walk through this. He's on a plane. He's either going to fly back or he's going to drive something back. Or he's going to fly back, right? So this is very interesting, you guys. This is very interesting. I'm intrigued, and I know all of you guys are too, because he dropped it in here first. And so he's already got guaranteed views. I mean, I'm a little channel. I got 23 views going on, it looks like. But hey, 23 is 23 in this game. Cheap Freight Hauler says he's going to make the oil companies lower the fuel prices. Oh, I'm excited. He's fighting for all of us like a good brother. Like a good big brother would. RGB says this Trucking Life, how to get into that line of work and dump. Who was in end dump? Was he in end dump? I've seen that before. I almost actually did that. But I actually gave the job to someone else. Because I interviewed the same time. This is how I am. Like, I'll give a job to someone else. Because I'll go find something else. Like, so I almost ended up there, and because that's kind of what I wanted to do. But I was going to be an employee, right? That's the part I didn't really want to clamp onto. Mark Ely says, can I take a guess what DIY, where is he, and he's going to do? Absolutely. We're guessing. We're speculating. Mr. Red Lady says, DIY just hired Adam Bennett in order to prove he's real. That would affect the whole industry. I can see that. The U.S. Marine Corps is in the house. USMC. Are you north, east, west, or south? I'm north. I'm in Wisconsin, dear. Thank you for asking. Where are you? This Trucking Life says Bruce Oakley, but you have to shave. I'm sorry, I can't read. But you have to shave all your face. Snorlord says those are glasses of milk. Oh, don't drink that. Milk is not good for you. Unless it's goat's milk, right? My last comment was to RGB. Okay. Six Semper Tyranna says DIY is heading to a company driver. New orientation week. New hire orientation week. Okay. Maybe. Mark Ely says he's going to meet Transportation Secretary or heading to Congress. Maybe. He's asking for prayers of courage and strength. And that would definitely also fit the description. RGB says this Trucking Life, I call Bruce Oakley, but got to have my own truck. Oh, okay. You guys are talking about the end dump. Okay. I'm here now. Okay, sorry. Green Bay. Okay, I keep forgetting where I'm at. Starts with an R. I know I'm north of Fond du Lac, about 35 miles. That's where I'm at. I remember that for some reason. I can't remember the goddamn town I've looked up in front of you guys for 4 times now. This Trucking Life says, yeah, I thought they do company too. Southbound Pachyderm says, I'll pour out a little of my orange Rockstar recovery tomorrow morning in honor of our homie. I love that. Sterling says, DIY bought a corporate jet. Oh, he's getting on his own jet, his new jet, which means he has a new pilot. And that would take courage and strength. So that fits the description. This Trucking Life says, I was out there all over that side of Wisconsin a couple weeks ago. Ran out of Beaver Dam, Walmart, DC. Yeah, I don't, I have not been able to stay up here in the Northern Hemisphere for a long time. You guys have watched me be whining about the heat. You've watched me talk about idling my truck for days on end. You watched me have issues with the lights and stuff because I have to idle my truck, because my idle was turned down too low. And me and Dee Dee were dying. Like, I've been talking about that stuff for you guys for weeks and weeks and weeks. I have had a very difficult time getting back up here. And if I got back up here and ran home or whatever, the money took me back down south. And I'll go get that money. And so then I get down there and then I'm down. And then I ran out to Colorado, which I'm also running out to Colorado again, by the way. I'm picking up tomorrow after I drop off this load, and I'm picking up a load to go from here to Colorado. I got $2,800 on it, if anybody wants to know. And it's very lightweight. USMC says Rip-On area, nice area. Roads are good. Oh yeah, okay, so you're up there. So listen, when I drove through Chicago today, there were some lakes on the road. That was crazy. The rain got really, really, really super heavy for a period of time. So I got a free truck wash. That was great. But yeah, it was nasty. I mean, it got nasty. So, but it was one of those things. You just drove through it. Once I got on the other side, sunny Wisconsin, like paradise laid before me. Nice cool air. In the mornings, just chilling enough to put your Columbia on, right? Your nice snuggly Columbia, and take Dee Dee for a walk. Perfect weather. My favorite weather. Chief Ray Holler says, be careful chasing the money. The high RPM loads typically go to the bad areas. I am careful, I mean, shoot, if I take them loads down to Florida and I recover from that, like, I've got that down so good now, especially after my last episode where Jeff had to call me and be like, straighten me out because I got myself in a situation that was because of the hurricane on top of a following stupid Labor Day weekend. I found myself in a situation that I haven't been in a while, but Jeff taught me a lesson. And you can also catch that video on Truckers Education Network where he had to correct me and give me strong advice. And I had to rearrange everything to follow his advice, but it made me learn the lesson, which that's what I love about Jeff. And so I did what he said. And now I know. So unless it's really, really bad, deadhead don't matter. That's what I learned. And when I mean really bad, I'm talking like 500 miles, which I ended up deadheading 450 miles out of Florida to grab a good load. but it did allow me to recover quickly, right? So now that gave me like an extra tool in my belt, you know. And it wasn't as painful as I was making it out to be, trying to book loads to connect to avoid a little deadhead, or to avoid a lot of deadhead. Turns out Jeff was right. Taking the long deadhead and just getting the heck out of there was the ticket. So now that I've experienced that, you know, of course you don't want to deadhead 500 miles if you can't help it. But I guess what I'm getting at is you don't stop the truck. If you find yourself in a dead area and you didn't recon it before you booked it, right? Those are the things you want to, before you book the load, you want to know what you're getting yourself into. And if you find yourself there, then just get in that truck and drive, find the closest good load, and you drive to that thing and get yourself into a good area. Mark Ely says, I'm in Denver now. I don't know what you mean right there. And heading to Billings, Montana, and then Bismarck, North Dakota, then Florida. That sounds awesome. That is that's some driving. Like I love, that's what I do love about going out there, is just you get to drive wide open, you know. USMC says, cheap. Yes, that's very true. I did that at the start, no more. Mark Ely says, I got 2,900 from Paragould to Aurora. I thought it was good. 937 miles. I think that's good. I think, you know, I got $2,800, and I think it's 1,000 miles, or a little over, maybe 1,200, something like that. But it's getting me to a really good load that I have taken before. So there's a strategy. Snorler says, Jeff and I have our hands full with Shannon. She is a troublemaker. Chief Brayholler is laughing at Snorlord. 6 Emperor Tyrannus says, keep on trucking. Chief Brayholler says, my equals empty. 6 says, like the Dota Man. Oh, empty. Oh, sorry. Now I get it. Now let me read it again. I am in Denver now, getting empty, and heading to Billings, Montana, and then Bismarck, North Dakota, and then Florida. That's better. I had to redeem myself. Sorry. Mark the Mailman says, hey, y'all, smash that like button. Old School Trucking says, I thought deadheading 30 miles was bad. Yeah. I hate it. Like, I really try to be a stickler on not wasting a mile, you know. If the rates are bad in certain area, I'll debate if deadheading 500 miles is going to be worth it. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. The lesson to learn is don't be afraid. And it's, no matter what, it's better than being stuck and losing a day, right? That's the lesson I learned. So gotta stay moving. Greg Zimmer says, truer words have never been spoken. Don't stop the truck. More nuggets from the professor. Yeah, don't stop the truck. Keep the truck moving. DIY's IFTA sticker collection is in the house. Make sure you have the correct IFTA stickers. I like that. 6 Emperor Tyrannus says, I used to deadhead all the way out of Florida after home time without hesitation. You know what? And that Jeff told me a story about someone who does that and does very well at like trucking. He will look for a load, getting him back to Georgia, because you know you can run if you run Georgia to Florida, those are good money loads, like all day long. Okay. So if you can't find a load going directly to get you up there, and this person lives in the area, so he goes up, he gets a load, and comes back down. If he finds a load that gets him up, great. If he don't, he deadheads it. He's going to get it. And you might find that hard to believe, but he does very well doing that. So that made me think, you know? And so, of course, when Jeff says something to me, like is going to call me and say, hey, I would have done this. This is how sweet, how nice Jeff is. He will say, I would have done this. That's your cue. So I'm like, all right, even if I don't understand every single piece of it, I'm like, okay, let me change what I'm doing and let me do that. Because my obviously, you know, I was already stressed out from the hurricane being delayed. I was already stressed out from a holiday weekend following that being delayed. And then I'm sitting here trying to piece loads together to get me up to Georgia, which incidentally ends up costing you 3 days and you're still in Florida and you're making $400 a day to do that. So you can either do that and still be in Florida in 3 days, or you can deadhead your little tail up there and be on your way anywhere else. That's what it was. So I did it. And I knew of a load that goes out of there, and it's a nice load. So I'm like, okay, I just have to take the hit and go up there. Called the broker. He let me have it like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll be there on time. And that's what I did. And that's how I got out of that's how I got out of Florida this last time. So being put in a dead area doesn't necessarily scare me like it used to anymore. Right? I learned something new. Chief Ray Holler says, I typically don't go to Florida unless I get enough money to get back home empty. Hey, you live down there, right, Chief Ray Holler? Captain Obvious says this is a trucking channel. Snore Rider is in the house saying everyone needs to subscribe to Red Chicken or the cows get it. Or the cow, he's threatening the cows. The cows get it. Chief Ray Holler says, same with South Georgia. I don't go south of I-16 without enough money to go back home empty. Okay. Captain Obvious says Florida is a state. Captain Obvious is in the house with the fun facts tonight. Chief Ray Holler says too many trucks deadheading out of Florida. Well, because that's the thing. There's shorties all day long. And when you're looking at rate per mile, and there's shorties for $10 a mile, there's shorties for $7 a mile all day long. But a lot of times they're staying interstate within the state, and their pickup today, drive 100 miles, deliver in the morning. Like, okay, that pays your business expenses, doesn't pay you. And it eats up, look how many hours it eats up, right? So it's no good when you can deadhead for what, 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours, and get back in the flow. And in my case, that was 3 days of less idling my truck was going to have to do sitting there, you see? Because I have to idle the whole time in Florida because it's so hot. This was pre-EPU replacement. So there's a lot of things going on there. But it solved the problem. Jeff is right. And if you watch Jeff's channel, which I highly recommend everybody do that, because Jeff throws out gold nuggets all the time from his 28 years of driving experience. He's got a lot of goods, a lot of stuff that you might discount when you first hear it, but If you put some of his methods to the test, you will see. Snorlord says, thanks, Captain Obvious. Sterling says, Epic Trucking Fails is a great channel, Captain Obvious. It is. Obviously. Is that him? Is that the king himself? Chief Ray Holler says, the problem with shorties in Florida is pick at noon today, deliver at 8 or 9 a.m. tomorrow. By then, I can be back home grabbing a decent load and going to a better area. Exactly. Exactly. 6 says, I'd stay out 2 to 3 weeks tops. A 5 to 7 hour deadhead out of Florida isn't nothing but a thing. Yeah, I agree. Captain Obvious says, historically, Florida is very warm in the summer. He's got him going on. Like he's on fire tonight. Captain Obvious is on fire tonight in here. So I'm going to Colorado, and then I'm staying up north after that. So I am not, even though I just got it fixed, I don't anytime soon, within the next week or two, I don't believe it's going to be hot enough for me to give you guys a really, really quality review on the air. However, I did test it out in New York, even though it was nice and cool outside, and it was very cold. But the true test is going to be when it's 101 or 112, like when I'm back down in Mississippi and those places where you just, it sucks to breathe. That's going to be the real test. 6 Semper Tyrannus says Shannon is a snowbird. Hey, you know what? If you can be, why not? What's wrong with more months of sunshine in your life when you can have it? Right? What's wrong with letting Dee Dee not have to trek through the deep snow and freezing, blowing air if she doesn't have to? Right? What's wrong with enjoying a little couple more months of nice evening walks without being trapped inside because it's so goddamn cold outside and you don't want to take a walk? I don't see nothing wrong with it. If I can do it, then why not? And why not be in a sunny state on a kind of a vacation when you can and everybody else is freezing? I'm just saying. You know? I'm a girl. I got moods. And that's kind of like last year, I was just in the mood to stay in the sun for like a whole year. And so I did. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I'm ready for snow. Mr. Red Lady says, Shannon is a free bird. A free bird. Yeah, I'm a snowbird and a free bird. WCF Invader says, Florida, in my experience, has been hot, especially in the summer. Yeah, well, of course. In July, so this time of year, it's dog days of summer down there. It's hot. Captain Obvious says Denver 10-day forecast is in the 80s. Oh, great. So that'll be a great test. It's not 112 great test. It's not a Mississippi great test, but that's going to be a great test. But because I'm curious, like, okay, we know it's cold in regular temperatures. It blows out cold now. It wasn't doing that before. But when we get into some heat now, and if it still blows out that cold, which it's supposed to do, I went over this. I learned all about what this is designed to do now. It's supposed to be like I got central air and central heat. So we will see. It's been a little chilly at night, so I attempted to try the heater like once, and it worked. It wasn't super hot. but it was I just kind of turn it on a little bit, so that's not a quality test. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'll tell you what, even if it does get super duper hot, I'm still going to be way better off. And I'm not going to have to idle the truck, because I can take the heat up to a point. Like my Freightliner was black. And that was no system inside. And I really tried not to idle the truck. And I can survive that. But Florida, Miami, oh dear God. There's it's too hot. Captain Obvious says Freebird is a popular song by a rock band called Lynyrd Skynyrd. Six Emperor Tyrannus says Captain Obvious needs to get his snowmobiles tuned up for the season. Captain Obvious says spelling band names correctly can be a challenge. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. But yeah, because bands like to be creative about their names. So let's see what else is happening. We got we got a new driver at Light Trucking who's a girl that I heard about. And so she started this week, from what I understand, or last week. So I'm not the only girl there. And there's another lady there that was there before I came. So I'm like lady number 2 or 3 or something. And then we just got another girl. So that's exciting. Now Light Trucking has drive-in, flatbed, and reefer. That's exciting. What else is happening? Oh, I posted a really cool picture of the ultrasound of my grandson who's about to be here. If you guys didn't see that, that's pretty amazing how they can take the pictures of the baby right in there like that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Lynyrd. Is it with 2 Y's? Lynyrd Skynyrd. You'll always be lady number 1. Not at Light Trucking. The boss is lady number 1. Okay. Mrs. Lake is the first lady of Light Trucking. She holds the crown. And I respect that. Skynyrd. I don't know, guys. Should I Google it? You probably Googled it. I don't know. Normally, I see when he said it the first time, like this right here, I didn't think nothing of it. But now that you guys are going back and forth, I don't know. I don't listen to that music. The only time I hear that music is like, okay, I used to have a bar. And so every regular that came in the bar every day would play freaking Lynyrd Skynyrd. I'm so sick of hearing that stuff. They come in, they get the same drink every day, they play the same music on there. It's all that classic rock from that era. God bless it all, but I used to love Freebird. I used to love that song, and now I freaking don't want to ever hear it again as long as I live. Cheap Freight Hauler says, that's the way it is at my company. Sterling says, I thought it was Leonard Squidward. Cheap Freight Hauler says, the boss is a female and she's super cheap when it comes to payday. Oh, well, I don't got that kind of problem. I absolutely love my business partners, Mr. and Mrs. Like. They're very, very awesome people. And if you ever get a chance to meet them or go to Matt's and meet them, at the thing or any events, I highly encourage you meet them. I highly encourage you to meet them. They're very beautiful people. I am very fortunate to be in my situation. And I treat them well. They treat me well. We have a fantastic relationship. It's very cool. Very good deal going on. You know, the people that we have on the team are awesome. And, you know, we're just trying to get more awesome people together to be a stronger team and a stronger business. It's super positive. And then you cannot have a better, more awesome safety manager than Snorlord. 6 says, working in a bar club venue years ago sobered me up quick. Yeah, there's stories. There are so many stories. Snorlord says, I despise overplayed hard rock classics. Yeah, it ruins it, you know. Snorlord says, I hope Shannon makes it to Matt's next year on time. Oh, I will. I had a lot going on. I mean, I've never turned in a truck before, right? So, and I don't ever want to turn in a truck again. But I had a good relationship with Dart. I wanted to return that truck in the exact same condition that I got it, which was mint. And so I had to do the work to make sure that that truck was detailed from head to toe so that I turned it in the way that I promised I would. So that did delay me a little bit. I, of course, thought the show was running through Sunday. I get there Saturday at 4:30 and it's over. Next year, Snorlord. Next year. Mr. Red Lady says, Shannon, your boss is Jeff Lord. My boss is Shannon. My business partner is Jeff Lord. Let's get that clear, okay? My boss is Shannon. Cheap Freight Holler says, I've never been to Matt's. Oh, well, from the outside of it that I got to see, it looked pretty awesome. And Snorlord and Jeff have snippets of video because they were at the Thunder Funding booth and they did do some footage from there. So if you want to go back and check out any of those videos, you can kind of see what it looks like because they both did some footage on their channels. They got to meet up with a bunch of, you know, like everybody tries to go or anybody that wants to or whatever, but it's fun. It was a good time. I really, really wanted to make it more than anything else. And everybody did everything they could to help me get there, which I appreciate very much. But I had a lot going on. I had a lot going on trying to leave Dart, turn in my truck, and get to Matt's. And I literally thought, now mind you, I have a rental car chock full, overflowing. Was it not, Snorlord? Overflowing. Like I had stuff packed in that vehicle to the tippy top. And I even had to leave my mattress behind. And then I had to drive that. Literally, like Dee Dee was so packed in the seat that she barely had enough room to sit on the passenger seat. That's how packed up this truck, this car, this SUV was. So there was that. I had to do the procedure so that they get, the truck and the keys were turned in and all that other stuff. And then I had to haul my little butt from Georgia to Kentucky with that load in the car because Kentucky's where the show was. And that's where my team was at, my new team. And we were going to all get together. And I thought it was going to run through Sunday. Like, what festival doesn't run Friday to Sunday? A show like that? Well, let me tell you, Matt's they shut it down on Saturday, you guys. So I did get to see the remnants of it, which were some of the show trucks were still outside. That's when I got to hang out with DIY and his wife were still there. And so we got together with Snorlord and we all went out to dinner together because they were all still there. So I got to meet up with them, which that was like the best part. But yeah, next year we're gonna do better. We're gonna do a whole lot better next year. I'll be there. I'll have the hotel booked. I'll plan for the days off. I'll be ready to meet anybody else who comes up to Matt's. Plan on it. Let's hang out. All that. I'm in a way better position now to plan that ahead of time. Chief Freight Hauler says, hopefully I can make it next year. Would be great to meet some of you. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. We had fun. And then after dinner with Snorlord and DIY and Mrs. DIY, then me and Snorlord went over to meet up with Jeff and some people, some business associates, and then we hung out there and stuff for a little bit for that. So it was cool. The town was lit up. There was live entertainment. It was cool. Like, I totally could have stayed there another day just to hang out, but I still had to get home, unpack stuff, all of that. I got Dee Dee with me too, right? So there was that. Six Emperor Tyrannus says Snorlord and Pale Rider will hunt you down if you abscond with their equipment. Yeah, that's what happens. Well, it happened to me, but apparently that could happen, Mr. Red Lady says, I'll go to Matt's if they play classic rock. I think the guy outside in the streets was playing it. Six Emperor Tyrannus says Jeff Lake has a posse. Well, they don't call him the Godfather of trucking for nothing, right? That's his nickname, right? Chief Freight Hauler says, it's always hard for me to go because it's during my nursery season. Yeah, some people can't go because of work stuff, but, if you can work it out, I'd love to see you there, man. Love to hang out. Bring your wife. She's probably never been either, so maybe that can work out. But hey, if you got the gig, do the gig. We can always plan something else around that. There's other truck shows. It's not just Matt's. Snorlord says, yeah, her rental looked like a car from the Beverly Hillbillies. It did too. It did too. I was literally like, the pressure that was probably pushing on the inside of the windows because I had it so full of stuff. Oh my gosh. Cash is live in 30. Okay. WCF Invader says, Cheap Freight Hauler, does he ever start on time? Oh God, did I get behind? I'm not too far behind. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Okay. So that was a 7:31. Is 7. Okay, that was 2 minutes ago. Okay, so I got time to close this out, and we got time to go to Cash's live show. So perfect timing. Thank you for letting me know. Chief Freight Hauler says they had a truck show in Atlanta a couple times, but it was more of a trucking tech show instead of show trucks. This Matt's is like all the trucking industry vendors. It's like a vendor show. Marketing, right? So you can see new innovations. You can see like the brokers represent with the tables, some funding booth, factoring companies, right? Things like that. Services that we should know about and stay up on, and you network like crazy, right? That's the best part of it all. Mr. Red Lady says, Shannon, if you can represent one of products you enjoy on the truck at Matt's, that meal supplement. Oh yeah, that would be, I'd love that. I could do that all day long. I've done trade shows before, so it's no thing to me. I would love to do something like that. Dee Dee, you want to jump in there, little girl? Hi. Chief Brailer says, may try to fly up this year, typically off Friday and Saturday on nursery runs. Yeah, maybe if you plan ahead of time, you can budget for it. You're going to want to book your hotel early, obviously. And yeah, you could be out of there Saturday night. Or, Sunday if you can get away with it with your runs and stuff like that. Just in case the after party is popping or something. So I don't know, but yeah, might be something to think about now for later, right? Gary Bates says Cash is back on in 30 minutes, and I'll let chat know. Cash is back on in 30 minutes, and I let chat know you have some info. Snorlord says Matt's also has show trucks. Yeah, there was like a parking lot with the show trucks in it outside that I saw. There's probably inside too. Glenn Wright says, see ya. Thanks, Glenn, for coming in. Snorlord says half trade show, half Pride Polish show, which Snorlord did a video about that to show you like what was there. And he talked about, I think he didn't get as much time to walk around the polish show. He was doing network for his company and things like that. It was a business thing. They did a really great job out there. Which is important. You want to rub elbows and shake hands and meet people, right? That's the most valuable part of a trade show is being in a spot where you get to meet others in your industry and make connections. That's the biggest value you get out of it if you use it properly for what it's intended for. You collect a lot of business cards, you get some little bags with all the little merch and all the little stuff that they give away and stuff like that. But you want to make contact with important people. Cheap freight hauler that can help you grow your business, right? Cheap freight hauler says that's the way Atlanta show was on the inside, just didn't have a large lot for outside showing. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty good spot from what I could see. Airwolf is in the house. Said, what made you sell your bar? I would love to own a bar. Well, people don't go to the bar no more. It's not like a thing like it used to be. It's just like, and you have to understand where I live is a pretty poverty-stricken area. So that had a lot of effect on it too. So it was a great little place. I loved it, had a ball doing it, but the business couldn't pay the bills, and if you have one large party a weekend, that pays the bills, but it doesn't pay anybody else and it doesn't get you ahead. So I had the opportunity to walk out of the deal, and I did, because the business just isn't in the area. It's the area. And people don't, people with the internet and all this gaming and all this other stuff, like, and the new generation isn't a bar crowd. People are more health conscious. The younger people are more health conscious, and whatever they do, they're doing at home because it's cheaper. The economy was going to crap, right? And all this, it just turned out to not be a profitable situation. So I had to kind of change gears. So that's what I did. Did I love it? Yes, it was great. It was a great little place. I was successful at it. Absolutely, all of my customers just loved me to death. Very awesome environment. There just wasn't enough dollars coming in the door on a consistent basis. Snorlord says, I have older Matt's videos back in 2018. Yeah, Cheap Freight Hauler, go check those out. You get an idea of what it looks like. I seen that Western Star was letting people drive the new 57X at the Matt's this year. Would have loved to have been able to do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, you can see the new stuff. You can see the new technology. You can see the new stuff they're coming out with for your truck. And he says, actually, it was 2019. And then on top of that, get to network and then meet and see faces, right? We can all kind of meet together. That's super cool. There's the link to that video. Snorlord put it in the chat there. You guys can check that out. WCF Invader says, Snorlord, that sounds awesome. And T-Bone is super late, but he's finally here just to catch the ending of our meeting today and our kickoff event here for the new week. We're all praying for DIY. Just so you know, T-Bone, you're late. And DIY has asked for prayers from all of us. He is on a plane going somewhere special, doing something special that could affect the whole industry. And that's all he would say about it. Catch the rest of the details on DIY's channel. More to come on his channel about that. He's got us in suspense, but please do pray for him. He asked for it. Gary said, I had a business before doing all of this other stuff. Yeah, you know, we got to adapt and adjust, Gary, you know. T-Bone says, no, I was first. Well, thank you for coming in, T-Bone. Please hit the like if you haven't already. Everybody, please hit the like if you haven't already, please. And I'm going to go ahead and close up because in just a few short minutes, Cash is King is going live. And I don't want to, you know, I want to be over there on time because he likes it when I'm on time. He likes it when all of his channel members are on time. And I'm going to kick back anyways. And so T-Bone says I just did it backwards. Mark Ely says over $6 for diesel in California. Gosh, I don't go there, Mark. And that's a big reason why, because all I hear about is these horrific fuel prices. And it doesn't seem like the rates, you know, support that. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't go there. I have no desire to go to California. I have no desire to go past Denver, Colorado, honestly. And the colder it's going to get, I'm not going to have any desire to go to Colorado anymore either. But we'll see how that goes. WCF Invader says, oh my, is he going to Washington to outlaw brokers? That's what we need. He might be. We've been speculating on what his mysterious description up in the comments. You can go look for yourself and see what you think. But we've been trying to match possibilities with the very vague description that he did give us. He did say it's some real stuff. I thought he was doing something exciting like a truck, buying a new truck or hiring somebody new or going to meet a new potential customer. He settled me down about that all real quick. So whatever it is he wants, he's asking for prayers for courage and strength. So please pray for him per his request. And I'm not in Cash's live yet. He set it up in the comments. It might take a while for these comments to load after I shut this live down. It usually takes like a couple, maybe an hour or so. But you'll be able to review after that. Heading there now. Great, Shannon. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Everybody, let's go hang out with Cash now. I love you guys. Thanks for accepting the late new week kickoff. I had a drive this morning. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You're the best. Thank you for chilling with me. And it's a brand new week. I'm going to give you blessings. I'm going to say, go get that money. I'm going to say, have a prosperous week. And most of all, be safe. And that goes from DD too. Oh, I can't see her. I was trying to get her. But she's over here trying to snap at flies. But she wishes you the best as well. And we'll talk soon. And we'll see you over at Cash's place.